Hi everyone, this is Cindy with Creating with the Heart, and I have a Christmas card for you guys today. The Christmas card uses the Stampin' Up! Festival of Prints paper pad, and this is all the scraps that I have left. Some of the pieces I'm using are not all the same size, just so that I could use all the pieces. So I think that it came out great, and this was inspired by a case from a card I saw. I believe it was Judy Ashmore. She's a close to my heart rep, and she's got a YouTube channel. And I saw her card, and I loved what she did, so I kind of did the same thing, but I used sort of my own stuff to kind of make it work. So I start with a 5.5 by 4 1/4 card base, and then the Bashful Blue, this light blue, is also 5.5 by 4 1/4, and I ran it through my Cuttlebug with this Snowflakes folder. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere that down. This is a pretty quick and easy card. You could mass produce these if you needed to. So if you're in a hurry and you need to make, a few cards, or maybe you're looking to make some holiday thank you cards, this is a good one. So I'm actually going to probably use one of these for my thank you cards. So there you go. And then you take a scrap piece of paper. Now all my scraps that I used were all sort of different sizes. Ideally, you kind of want, this one's at 4.5 by 3.5, which I think is a pretty good size. But when I show you some of the other ones that I did, you'll see that they're not all the same. But I was really trying to use this paper up. So some of the sizes just, were a little small. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere this down. Now I've got a white cardstock piece. And so this piece might vary depending on what size your designer paper mat is. For this particular card, it's 3 by 3.5. I went ahead and stamped it with Warm Winter Wishes, which is from Paper Tray Ink. And so you just kind of want it to look balanced. So depending on what size you decide to do your mat, your designer paper mat, then that might determine your size for this one. Okay, so now on to my cut. And this comes from the Christmas cartridge. They have a lot of churches on there. Now, I don't do religious cards. I just don't. No one in my family, they prefer things that are non-religious, so more secular. Even though I do have friends at work who probably wouldn't mind. But I actually cut this part off that kind of had like a steeple. And then this one I also trimmed sort of the cross off of it so that it looked like a house, because that's what I wanted. I really just wanted like a snowy house. So this is cut at 3 inches. It's only 2 layers. So I cut it in red, and then this is cut with glitter paper from Stampin' Up! Now you can use whatever kind of paper you want, or you could even, cut it in white or blue or something, and then use stickles. I mean, there's a lot of things that you could do to get this same kind of look. It was really easy cutting it out of this type of a paper, and it cut really, really nicely. So all I did was just cut it out and put some foam tape on it. So, and this would be a nice card for somebody who is celebrating Hanukkah, Warm Winter Wishes. I mean, you could say something else. Inside, it's kind of got some nice colors in it too. I think it makes a good thank you card. So I kind of want to leave my options open sometimes. So this fits right down here. And, that's the thing about using your machine, is that you could, change the cuts by trimming them, adding to cuts. I see people do really creative things. So it looks like a snowy house. So the last thing that I have is just some teeny tiny buttons. I went ahead and put them on glue dots already, so they were ready to go. I'm not fumbling around to try and find my glue dots. So there we go. And here is my finished card. I think it's really pretty. I think anyone will be happy to get this card. So to give you an idea, I used, I made 4 cards because I have 4 pieces of paper left. So this one has a different designer paper. And then this one. And then this one. So they're all a little bit different, but pretty much the same in terms of the layout and the cut that I used. So remember that, you know, you could be creative with your cuts. It's really nice if you need to mass produce. You can mass produce this very quickly. The glitter paper makes it very, very easy. Happy holidays to everybody. This is Cindy from Creating with a Heart.